Okay, we've got the biceps right here. Okay, bi means two, ceps means heads, right? So we've got two heads of it. Okay, so we've got the long head and the short head. The long head, well, they both insert, right? The insertion is always the far away part. The origin is usually the fixed part, which is usually proximal or closer to the midline, okay? So they have different origins, but they've got the same insertion. And they insert into the radius, okay? Radius like a razor, so it's that side, okay? And the radius actually moves on the ulna. So what this does is it's a supinator. So as it crosses into the radius, it supinates. So it actually turns it out like this. Now, if I wanted to turn my hand down, that takes the leverage out of the bicep, so it sort of weakens it too much, and now that's all brachialis, right? There's no bicep there because it slackens it. See how when I do that, it's weak, but as soon as I turn thumb up, or pinky up, it goes hard. It's a supinator and elbow flexor, okay? Now, remember, it connects to the radius, and the radius moves on the ulna, right? So that's why it changes it. Now, if we go to brachialis, which is underneath it and connects to the ulna, it doesn't matter where you move your hand because the ulna is fixed. So the wrist is connected to the radius is connected to the ulna, and the ulna is connected to the arm, okay? Now, the long head connects into the labrum or the supraglenoid tubercle. Supra means up, glenoid is like the hole for the shoulder, you can see at the top there, and the tubercle, which means a little bumpy bit, right? But it sort of connects into the labrum of that. So it's also a bit of a flexor because it does this. And the bicep contraction, since it crosses the top, secondary, not a lot of people know this, but it creates an inferior glide, which means down on that head of the humerus. So when that contracts, this creates this glide down, which is important because most people's shoulder pain is that glides up and they get pinching under the AC joint or bursitis under the AC joint. Okay, so if we wanted to really contract that long head of the bicep, it would be supination, elbow flexion, and shoulder flexion because it crosses that part. So you just got to think shortening it, right? That's the most way you can contract it. Now, the short head, which is this one, connects to the coracoid process, which is like the crow's beak. That's what, see the pec minor connects next to it? Okay, so that connects to the scapula, all right? Well, they both connect to the scapula, right? It does the same joint action, but it connects to the scapula instead of the top of the supraglenoid tubercle. Okay, so really, that's in a good angle to anteriorly tip. The pec minor is going to anteriorly tip more because it's fixed. It grabs to the rib, so as it pulls the scapula, it pulls it around. The thing with the bicep though, since this isn't fixed, instead of pulling the scapula towards the bicep, towards the arm, it's probably going to bend the elbow more. It's probably going to move this before it moves that. Now it could move that a little bit, and sometimes what you'll see is if it does tip it, right, you'll do this, and then what you do is you can like bend this to slacken it, like you put it on stretch and it does it, you bend it to slacken it, and it can sometimes make that happen, so you know that little tippage is coming from the bicep, but less important, okay? So there's the biceps in probably longer than 90 seconds.